Evening. Talk about a funny topic today. One for Londoners. It's average nights out. I spent a lot of my life having quite average nights out. I think more people spend more of their time having very average nights out than they admit. After I spent a year out in Brazil and Singapore, I took a little time off before starting my new job. And in that time, I printed off 3 years of my diary and read it all back. And one of the things that just really struck me so hard was how much of the stuff I was doing while I was out and about was just average to meaningless. And I read my diary back, I was just reading these entries like, I did that last night, and it was like pretty average, and now I kind of feel a bit like shit, and generally wallowing around in that like, feel rubbish, go out, vaguely get a bit excited about it being quite fun, but it probably ends up being a little bit of a letdown. It's not to say there weren't lots of fun nights scattered around, but the proportion of fun nights is nowhere near as high as the pain warrants. I don't think this is just... I think this is more for me than other people, perhaps, because hangovers seem to affect me more than others, but I think I also have less of a tolerance for small talk and mundane kind of nights. But in any case, I think people will probably be able to relate to this. So I guess when I came back, I was like, oh my god, I've read all this shit. I had all these average nights out, all these things that were just not doing good things for my life. And then, since I've come back, I've done different things. More, quote-unquote, boring, wholesome things. And yeah, you know what? Like, I'm feeling very smug about it, but those kind of things are, like, pretty good most of the time. They, have some average ones, but, like, generally pretty good, and no hangover actually creates positive spirals in your life. I get tempted every now and then by people taking me to the other side, but fewer and far between as time goes on. And there's this funny thing about going out where people there's this kind of unwritten rule that people have to be pretending they're having fun. It's like, oh yeah, we're going on that out, we're really enjoying it, but like, are you really? Like, are you really on a second basis? Are you really enjoying it, or are you pretending you're enjoying it? Sometimes you have those depressing flat moments when you're with your mates and everyone's feeling a bit tired or a bit shit or whatever and not really enjoying themselves that much, and you're sort of forcing the conversation or forcing something, and everyone's kind of deep down thinking, this is a bit shit, isn't it? This is a bit rubbish. Like, is this what my life's come to? It was those kind of cycles, the repetitive cycles, which really made me despair, to be honest. It sounds melodramatic, but it's true. Yeah, now I just less and less, and whenever I dip my toes in that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh god, no, that's what I didn't miss at all. Yeah, I do think just being wholesome and boring is, as much as my 18-year-old self would have hated to admit, it is kind of nice. It does lead to some good things. just the monotony of feeling like crap and then taking days to recover and then just doing it again was. I honestly think if I'd done it for much longer, I would have really had some serious mental issues. Yeah. It's if I was still doing that, I could not still do that at all. I mean, even when I have one night on a weekend where I do it, where I have some fun now or stay up late or whatever, it really takes me days to get back to fighting fit. And like the me at my best, when I'm like really on my game, it's such an amazing feeling. You have so much momentum, everything just goes right and it builds, and then and then when you have one of these nights, you just the next like week or so, you're just picking up the pieces. Yeah. So, I think generally there's a movement towards wholesomeness, but you have to have these little blips every now and then. Toodles.